at the East Elkhart yard, and we got us Florida. Been on the board like everybody else, fighting for loads, and they put loads here and there, all different kinds of nights and mornings and just whenever. Put them on there. I got lucky and snatched a Florida, so I come up here and we're gonna hook up this morning, and we're gonna show y'all. I've never hauled one of these, so we're gonna look at it. We're gonna going to Florida. This one is a 38 foot fifth wheel. I know it's been rough out there for everybody, especially scrambling around. I've been getting a lot of emails, comments, and questions about the load board. I don't know what's going on with the load board. It has not been like this in the past. Usually when it hits like this, when I say it's slow in July, that's the way the load board is. It's lasted a little bit longer than usual. But I know somebody in orientation today up there, so they're still hiring. So I don't know if they know something I don't. They're getting ready to hopefully to flood the load board so everybody can be happy again. I hope so. I noticed that the fuel has gone down a lot. I bought fuel, I think it was in Glendale, Kentucky this morning or yesterday on the way up. I bought it for $3.71, which is pretty good. I ain't seen, I mean, it's still high, but it's better than what it has been. But yes, when the fuel goes down, the rates go down too. I think on this one, we're getting paid $1.78 for this one. And it's a 38 foot fifth wheel. We're gonna check it out and everything. Now, also, I made a logbook video a while back and made a boo-boo in it and had to take it down because I had actually had my address and stuff in there. I've done a lot of other questions about the logbook. And so what I'm gonna do in this video, we're gonna do the RV part, and then I'm also put it in there as I do it, the logbook. I'm gonna log this one from here, Elkhart East Yard, to Florida. Every time I stop and get fuel, we're gonna mark it, stop, take my breaks, all that stuff, so that way you can see. Hopefully it helps somebody out there understand the logbook a little bit more. I noticed that they're still bringing campers in. Right now we have one on our load board. But they go quick. I noticed that yesterday I looked and they loaded like 25, but with a snap they were gone. But I'm looking around, we at least got 75 campers in this yard. This is one of our small yards. I'm curious what Middlebury looks like. So we got loads. I guess they're waiting on dates to release. So that's why I keep watching the load board all the time. If you're looking for a load, and if you're new getting in transportation, this way transportation works. It's slow, then once it speeds back up, then we're good again. But I know a lot of people worried about the load board and all that stuff. It's hopefully going to come back. And all that good stuff. But so for this video, I am going to do the logbook and put it in this video to show you everything on it and all that good stuff. So that way maybe it'll help somebody out. Now just remember on the logbook, and check your regulations of it. This case, this changes and everything. This is 2022, August 2022. You don't know when they change stuff up. I heard they may have done where you could do sleeper times. I know they was trying to work on that at one time. Whether they did or not, I don't know. I don't mess with that. Never did that. Never did it. Never didn't like it. Ain't like back whenever I started driving, you could only drive 10 hours and you're off duty 8. A lot of people split that up where they work 5, take a break, and then 4 hours of break or whatever, and then drive another one. I don't do that. But right now, 11 hours driving. you can only work 14 hours. So like when we get out and hook up, we're going to be starting a logbook. We're going to be on pre-trip. We're going to be on inspection, load. And so if it takes us 15 minutes to look at everything, and another 15 minutes to load, and it takes us 30 minutes to load, or whatever, how long ever it takes you, it's going to be on duty. And I'll show you all that here in just a minute. We're going to be on duty, pre-trip, and load. That's the way I do mine. And then when we stop and fuel, and then you got to also have a 30-minute break within 8 hours. So if you're going to only drive 7.5 hours, you do not have to take that 30-minute break. But if you're going to be driving all day, and you do not want to take your break too early, because if you take your break too early, and then you may have to take another 30-minute break. So if you only work 2 hours and you say, well, I'm going to take my 30-minute break, you're going to have to take a 30-minute break before your time's up again. So you don't want to do that. And I heard that I put my breaks, my 30-minute breaks I put them on off duty. Now, the way the law is on that, I believe you can go either or. I just put mine on off duty because it's what I'm used to, so it's what I do. So, try to put a lot of good information in this video I can. I know it's been a little bit since I made a RV transport video. That's because I had no load, y'all. I'm like y'all, home twiddling my thumbs, washing the truck, aggravating the sandwich maker. She was ready for me to go, get out of her hair, and playing with cornbread. This ain't, you know, right now ain't a lot going on. So a lot of people out there are still wanting to get in this, and I love what I do. Right now, in my opinion, you can do what you want, but if you have a job and you're paying your bills and you're okay, right now, until this load board is straightened up and comes back, hold off. If you come here now, you're in orientation, you're gonna get a little small load, Michigan or Illinois. When you run that and they open your load board up and you look at it right now, if you looked at it right now, you're not gonna see nothing on it. So if you can wait. If you can't, then come out here and take a swing at it. But in my opinion, just hold off. And when the load board starts to come back, I'm definitely gonna be making videos on it. You're gonna see more videos popping out, and me out here acting silly and talking about them. But in my personal opinion, do not purchase that truck right now. Do not do anything. If you already got the truck, you still want to go work, and a little at a time to get your stuff. I got a subscriber's doing that right now. He's already got the truck, and I talked to him the other day. He said, well, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, and then I'll just buy stuff a little at a time. That way I already have it ready. And I said, that's perfect. That way you're already set up, you're already ready, and you're doing it a little at a time. You're not coming out of pocket with that big chunk of money that it takes to get started in this. So I'm fixing to get out here, look this camper over, we'll check it out, and then first let's start a logbook. All right, let's get y'all caught up where I'm at. All right, I left Fayetteville, Tennessee at 4 o'clock. I went down and done a 15-minute pre-trip inspection. Then I drove from 4:15 to 7:45, and I was in Glendale, Kentucky. So when I went down, I got fuel. So I done a 15-minute fuel. All right, sorry about that. Had that scriber come over. So we got the 15-minute fuel. Then I went up and I done a 30-minute break. So after my 30-minute break, I come down, and it took me 5 hours to get here to Elkhart, where I'm at. So I drove my 5 hours, and I come down to a 15-minute on-duty post-trip, as you can see right there. I know I'm trying to get the camera focused in. So that's where I'm at, and that was yesterday. So I've been off duty ever since. So today, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down here, tap on my day, hit the plus sign right there, and I'm gonna go to change duty status. I'm gonna hit on duty. It's got my location, Elkhart, and I'm gonna go down here to notes, and I'm gonna hit pre-trip. Then I'm also gonna type in here, load. Then I'm gonna hit the save button. Always hit the save button. And now we're on duty. And let's go look at the camper. Well, we got some new people over in the class. They're hooking up over the bumpers. All right, so here is our unit. So we're gonna go over it really good. We got a fifth wheel. We're gonna check all of our numbers and then check all the plates, check the air, paperwork, keys. See, this one's open. So I'm gonna go down here and check everything really good. If I see a problem, I'll let y'all know. All right, right here, found the paperwork, right here, like it should be. So we got the paperwork. I'm gonna close this down. Our keys, right here, hot water heater. I can't slide it over, so I'm gonna go get my cutters and cut that. All right, y'all, we got our keys. Whoa, I got paperwork that's gonna blow everywhere. But let's go over this. All right, shipping weight, 13,120 pounds. GVWR, 16,215 pounds. That is what this one weighs. Now, I've gotten a couple different colors of the keys. I would pick them up and show you, but the paperwork's gonna blow off. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the battery hooked up, I'm gonna get everything else hooked up, and then I'm gonna lock every single thing on here. So that way, hopefully no doors open up or anybody tries to get in it. That way it's all secure. So that's gonna be the next step that we're gonna be doing. And yes, the logbook is running, and there's some subscribers over here that we're going to be talking to, so it's going to take me a little bit longer on getting hooked up, but that gives you an idea of how a logbook works, and that's what this video is about. Showing you everything day by day, how exactly does it work of getting started in RV transport. So I'm going to go over here and check them out and watch them hook up, because they're over here hooking up, and we're going to get us hooked up. And then we'll see where we're at on the logbook. All right, y'all. We got everything hooked up. Met a couple of subscribers, like I was saying, in the part when I was doing the logbook. And went and helped them get going. Watched them hook up and everything, and met with them. And really good people. So hope everything goes good for them. And got everything hooked up on ours. I didn't see nothing. Strapped everything down, tightened lug nuts up, locked all the doors, put the keys and everything up. So I guess we're gonna be ready to head to Florida. So I'm gonna flip around, show you on the logbook, and we're headed that way. All right, y'all. So right here it shows us that that's how long we've been getting unloaded. I mean, loaded and inspection and all that stuff. So what we're gonna do is just tap this. See the plus sign down there at the bottom. Hit it. Bring up what's gonna change status. And what we're gonna be going now is to, let's see the driving. We're gonna hit the driving. Hit the driving. And right down here, it's already gonna have our location in because we're in Elkhart, right? So we're gonna go down here and put notes, and we're gonna type in driving. It's gonna come up. We're gonna tap it, just like that. Move right there, so it's like that. And you see the save button right here? Hit the save button, and it moves to the drive line, and now we're good to go. All right, y'all. It is Thursday morning. I forgot to show you the logbook last night whenever I got here. I was tired. It was raining and storming, and I was tired. So we left, focus in here, and we drove 5 hours. Then we went down for a 15-minute post trip on duty. Then went right back up to drive. Off duty. So we went off duty at 10 o'clock. Excuse me. Now I did not drive 8 hours. I knew I wasn't going to drive 8 hours, so I did not have to take a 30-minute break. So now some people go down here, and instead of doing the 15 minutes on the post trip, because you have to do it 15 minutes on the pre-trip, but on the post trip, you really don't have to do 15 minutes. If you don't have it to spare, you can add a mark and put post trip. So now that's counting 2 hours. So we're gonna go back and go back to the day. So I still got exactly 45 more minutes before I can start a post trip. I mean, a pre-trip, yep. I'll get it right in a minute. See, right here in the corner, it shows I've only been off duty for 9 hours and 15 minutes. You gotta be off duty for 10 hours, and then you'll have your 11 hours you can drive again. And a lot of times, if you want to keep up, if you swap it like this, then you can see your clock. You know, there's your break, your drive time, shift, and there's your cycle right there. So that right there starts at 70 hours. So that means, you know, when your 70 hours is getting up, you got to take that 34-hour reset. So I've been off duty for quite a few days. So there's the reason mine's only like this, because the load's been short. So now I'll sit here and wait, and we'll start our day. All right, y'all. My time is up. 10 hours, been off duty for 10 hours and 12 minutes. So I'm gonna go click on this. The little plus line come up, click that. I'm gonna go to change driving status. I'm gonna go to, see right here, on duty. It's got my location in. I'm in Glendale. See if I can get this a little bit better, you can see it. Glendale, Kentucky. Sorry for the glare, y'all. Now I'm on notes. Let's see if I can get this without no glare. All right, on the notes, I'm gonna go hit the pre-trip. So I'm gonna rise it up. Pre-trip inspection. But I'm also gonna type it. Hit a space. And I'm also gonna hit the and button right here. Another space. I'm also gonna type in fuel. So I'm gonna do a pre-trip and fuel. And yes, by DOT regulations, you can do a pre-trip and fuel. So I'm gonna go over here, hit the save button. Now I'm gonna go get fuel and check out the truck. All right, fuel here in Glendale, Kentucky is $4.95. I'm actually getting it for $3.71. Check everything out, see I'm fueling. But I do not recommend pulling around and getting fuel without checking the truck out first. Now, you know, we had the hour, 45 minutes before we could actually start our pre-trip inspection. So I was out walking around trying to get a little bit of exercise and checking the truck, because you want to make sure no one takes your tag. If you leave your tag on, I'm in a pretty safe place where I slept at, so it was okay for me to left the tag on. Make sure nobody threw any bottles, rocks, or anything through your windows or side swap you when you was asleep. Make sure your landing gear is still up, didn't come down. Also, very important, your fifth wheel. Check out your fifth wheel really good. Last thing you want is that thing coming apart. And make sure somebody wasn't mean and pulled your fifth wheel handle. So that way when you pull out, it'll drop right down your tailgate and cause a lot of damage. All right, y'all. Just got my fuel and got my def and all that stuff. Went inside and they had breakfast right there. Like some fried bologna and stuff. I was like, fried bologna? I ain't had that in a while. I think the sandwich maker fixed it, I don't know, a week or so ago when I was at home. I'm like, heck yeah, I'll just get me a fried bologna sandwich. I got a fried bologna, one piece of bologna, one fried egg, one piece of cheese on bread. $7.98. I hope it's good. I hope it's really good. So, oh, let me get the notifications popping up. But that's why I eat out of my truck, y'all. If I knew it was gonna be that much, I've got turkey, cheese, and bread. I could have fixed my own sandwich and other stuff like that. My wife made me a burrito, eggs and bacon and cheese on it, and then I put it in a cooker. She froze it, sealed it, put aluminum foil on it and sealed it, and put it in there. It was good, but only got one because I just tried it, because I'm waiting on the new freezer to come in Friday, which is tomorrow, and then we're going to be freezing a lot of stuff, bringing with us. But before I start the logbook to go, I'm going to get out here and clean my mirrors, my windows, and all that good stuff. Make sure everything I can see out of, and get all the mirrors, because they are kind of nasty, all cleaned up, and then we'll hit the logbook and then we'll take off. All right, y'all, just got the windows done. We can see out of them. Be safe out here. Very important. Don't get in a rush. Do everything like you're supposed to. Make sure you're comfortable with everything, especially when you're starting out new. So we got like 748 more miles to drive. Shows 10 hours and 28 minutes. I'm not gonna be doing the speed limit, so I doubt it. I doubt if I can get there before then. But I'm gonna eat my expensive bologna sandwich. By the way, I want to give a shout out. I don't usually mention names, to Jackie Wilson. Thank you for the aluminum foil idea that you put in a comment. I don't know, several videos back about trying aluminum foil in the cookers. I've seen Shark Nose do it. I've seen Tony, his wife, cooks him stuff and freezes it and does it. It worked out great. So not only you have to buy the high dollar expensive pans, well, they're not really expensive. If you get on Amazon, you know, you can get a big bundle for like, I forgot how much they were. I don't order, my wife does. But, or the sandwich maker. But thank you for that. That helps save out a lot of money. So more ideas out there for people that's wanting to save more money. And aluminum foil works a lot with like biscuits, sandwiches, wraps, burritos, all kind of stuff. So put some mustard on my sandwich, they can do that, and flip around, do a logbook, and we're out here, y'all. All right, y'all, here we are. So all we gotta go down now, hit the plus right here where it says change driving status. Hit it. It's gonna pull up. See the driving right there? There we go, so I can see the driving. Our location is already there. And the notes, I'm just gonna type in driving. And it'll start popping up stuff over here. Just stroll down, hit the driving, go up here and make sure you hit the save button right there. Now we're ready to rock and roll. All right, everybody, I just stopped it just now. You can look, I just stopped it. I'm in Cartersville, Georgia. Here's the TA. It's time for a 30-minute break. So I went to off duty in Cartersville, Georgia, and I'm on a 30-minute break. So now, just to run in here at the TA, take a shower. That's what I'm gonna do on my 30-minute break. Here we go. We got her right here. We got our shower done, so we didn't waste our break time. Hit up here, change that as student. Driving, type in, driving, boom, go up here, hit the save button, and now it puts us back on the driving line. Alright, y'all, so remember on the last one, we took our break. We went and got a shower. So if you're going to use a 30-minute break, you'd rather use it to eat, shower, you know, something productive, keep going, and that helps keep everything tight to where you've got more time to run. You kill a lot of time at a truck stop and your time will disappear. Excuse me. All right, then we took off and left, and we drove all the way down to where we're at now, which is Lake Park, Georgia. We got here last night. I done a 15-minute post trip, then went off duty. And according to the GPS, we're 139 miles from where we're gonna unload at. So now we're gonna back it up here and we go ahead and put the time in, like your mileage in the form, and then sign it. And then here we are. So now we're getting ready to start. Click on it. Go down to the plus. We're gonna change on duty. It's at Lake Park, Georgia. Done pulled up. We're gonna do now a pre-trip. Then we're gonna hit the save button. So now our pre-trip is going, and if you notice, the time is 8:21. If you notice, it started, and we just done it. It started my pre-trip at 8:15, so at 8:30 we'll be able to go. That means it does it in 15 minutes. So if you start a pre-trip, say at 8:29, 1 minute before it hits that 15-minute mark of the half, it's going to put it back to the next 15 minutes. So if you start your logbook pre-trip inspection at 8:29, it's going to go back to 8:15. And so if you start it at, like we did, at 8:22, it's going to put it back at 8:15. All right, y'all, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good morning. We're doing a pre-trip on a logbook. Drinking my coffee. I'm ready to get down there and get this load off. This here was a pretty good riding load. Didn't even know it was back there, except every once in a while, if the wind got up a little bit, it wiggled a little bit on me. Nothing bad, nothing major, you know, or if an 18-wheeler got a little crosswind or moved the wind or whatever, the rear end wiggled a little bit on the camper, which is fine. Like I said, nothing bad, nothing to bother me. It's been a pretty good trip. Just waiting on the logbook, and then we're going to take off and we're going to drive. Now the GPS says, and we'll be there in about 2 hours, but I'm going to say about 2.5, because I'm not going to do the speed limit, because the saving fuel is I usually run between 63 and 65. You know, around and about that area when I'm loaded, so I can save all the fuel that I can. And especially because there ain't no load on the board. I don't know what's going on with the load board. I know that it's going to put a hurting on a lot of people not be able to find loads. I know there's probably a lot of y'all up there now that's probably trying to find them, or just like everybody else that's on that load board that's constantly trying to find a load. I hope it all picks up for everybody, especially when you got new people coming in. And last year, it wasn't like this. Last year, when it slowed down, I remember a week or two being slow, like, you know, the low board looking like this for a week or two. And that was in July. That was like the first part of July, because it took off for 2 weeks. And then when it come back out, it pushed back out. So I don't know if y'all got any information or anything that somebody knows about. Heck, put it down below. Let everybody know. Get this one kicked off, and I'm gonna be back on the low board looking for another one, just like y'all. So maybe it'll pick up, maybe everything will get better. Sit here and drink my coffee. We got 4 more minutes, we can start the logbook, and then we'll start driving. All right, y'all. See what time it is? So we're gonna hit that down here and hit the add button. Change. We're gonna hit driving. Type in driving. Oh, emojis. Hit the save. Boom. Now we're ready to go. All right, everybody. We just got here. So what we're gonna do, we'll hit the plus, change status. We're gonna go to on duty. It's already got our location. See where we're at. All right, then we're gonna type in unload. Hit it, we got unload. Hit the save button. And let's go get checked in. Welcome to Florida, y'all. We just got here. It ain't sunshiny. See that flag? That's pretty, ain't it? This place right here, we're in Saint Augustine, Florida. Good brew. It's owned by Camping World, but it's Gander Mountain. There's the RV. You've got a spot right there. You're gonna pull in the spot, go in, give the paperwork to them up front. Come out here, go in and start unhooking. Very good place to go. Never had no problems here. So we're gonna start unhooking, and then we'll get to everything else. Get to the fuel, the mileage, and everything else, all the good stuff y'all waiting on. Now, the first thing I always do is when I go take the paperwork in, I come back up anyway, so I'll go ahead and get my tag. And I got my tag, I just throw it right up there for right now, and then, you know, I got my tailgate drop, so now we're gonna go ahead and drop the legs on the camper, but see, need a look. Remember, these have got the ones that you can pull out and drop, so what we're gonna do is pull them out, drop them down, and then we'll be ready to ease it up. Just like when we put them up, on these right here, all you gotta do, drop the legs, raise it up till they click in. Make sure the pin is clicked all the way in. And then you're gonna go do the same to the other side. All right, see, I got both legs down. Now before I start working with a controller, what I like to do is come to the truck and go ahead and lower my airbag. So if you got an airbag controller, go and hit. See the truck right there is flashing, it's lowering. It's easing down, the legs are coming down even more. So I let all the airbags dump out. Truck's still lowering. Then now we're gonna hit the control panel. We've already turned it on. On this panel right here, what I usually do is first see which way. Start pumping. All right, I'm gonna see the legs. Legs are going down. All right, I put a little small gap, if y'all can see, in the fifth wheel plate. Then we're gonna unhook the breakaway cable and electricity. All right, I unhooked the electricity cord. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull it out here as far as I can, out of the way. If you wanna roll it up, stick it in there, that's fine too. And then our breakaway cable, I'm just gonna unhook it. That's why I love these little stretchy things. Helps with the breakaway cable, gives you a lot of room. So what's next? Fifth wheel. So what we're gonna do is pull our handle next. All right, so we're here. Pull it. See the truck roll, the fifth wheel roll. And now all we're gonna do is hook that back and leave it out. I couldn't do it with one hand. So like I said, just take this and flip it back up. Have all the red out like this. You know you're unhooked. Jaws are unhooked. Now all you gotta do is just slowly pull out and then get the tailgate out here this way. So, but we can't get the battery yet. They haven't come and checked us in, but we'll go and get that done. All right, now we'll just slowly pull up. where I unhook from the fifth wheel. I usually stop right there, then turn the truck off. Now we're waiting on them. Now what I usually do next, I usually roll up these cords, which I'm fixing to do. Can't do it one-handed, and I'll stick them up here. That way they're nice and neat. Then I'll take my signs. What I'm fixing to do next is take my signs off the truck, and then go ahead and undo my fifth wheel. I'll take the plastic piece right there, it snaps the jaws right back in place. Then I'll put my pin back in and put everything back in my toolbox. Leave my toolbox open for the battery. And we have got to make sure we don't forget our battery. So then what I'm gonna do is pull this up and go ahead and get it locked. There's my battery right there, so that way I don't forget. I'm sitting here waiting on my battery. That way you don't forget your battery. Get you a rhythm. I usually like starting from the rear end of the trailer. I get my tag, come back over here, and I get everything else, get the truck out the way. Then I get my signs, got my tags. That way when I put them all in there, they go in the same place. I know everything else is done except for the battery. So I don't want to leave it. It's an expensive battery to be leaving. Then you have to go buy another one. All right, got my cords all rolled up. I got them tucked in there, so that way when they come and get it, the cords are not dragging. And I've done got my signs where I put my signs at. Now, there's my weight distribution bars, there's my lid to my battery. There's my brackets for the weight distribution bars, but that's where my battery goes. So I already got cleaned off, so when I put the battery here, I'll put the top back on it. The bars, the brackets go beside the battery. I'll close everything down. We're ready back to Tennessee. Alrighty, so now we're unhooked. We're still waiting on them to come out here and inspect, which is shocking. Usually the time I get through unhooking, they're already out here looking at it. So we're gonna sit here and wait. But ain't no sense keeping y'all waiting. I know y'all are busy, and so we'll go over everything now. All right, this load was 1,080 miles. This load paid $1.78 and a mile, and $1,922.40 what this load paid. They advanced me $961 off of this load. Now, I spent in fuel. Now, this is fuel from leaving my house. When I left my house, my pickup was full. So I went to Glendale, got fuel, went and got loaded, come back to Glendale, got fuel again, come all the way to where we slept at last night. And I had enough fuel to get here, but I went ahead and put $50 more in, which I just added it in, put more $50 more, so that way I know I got enough to get in here and back out, back toward Tennessee. So I used $486.94 on this load. That's really good. Our fuel discounts are getting a whole lot better. The fuel prices, like where I stopped and put the exit 2 there at the Flying J, and when I got up, I looked, and on their sign was $4.99, but we got it for $3.88. So that's $1 and something discount. So I've noticed our fuel discounts. The fuel is coming down a little bit. Even where I live, fuel is $5.46. That's what my sandwich maker told me this morning. I was like, don't buy none of it. I know the red truck needs fuel. Don't buy none of that crap. I'm gonna fill up my auxiliary tank, take it home, use my thing, fill her truck up, let her steal my fuel again, and that way she can get it for $3.88 instead of spending $5.46 at the house. I think people are still trying to gouge on the fuel a little bit, but I live in a little small town. They do it all the time. But anyway, logbook. Now, don't forget to check, and especially check with your companies and everything on regulations and all that stuff. Now, for the company I work with, and I'm not dispatched, and our load board is still empty. So I'm going straight home. I'm going to cut the logbook off right now. I'm done. I'm done all the work I'm supposed to be doing. All I need to do is paperwork. So the logbook is fixing to go off duty right here at this location. And I'm going to head home. Now, can I do that with a company I work at? Yes. Can I do that DOT legal? Absolutely. Because I'm under 10,000 pounds. By DOT law, I'm not dispatched. I'm under 10,000 pounds. I can end it right here. Now, other companies, and it's also a company thing, y'all. So if you work with another company and they do not allow you to do that, then you have to go by the rules, or you can, get in trouble or whatever through the company. And there are companies out there, I've already heard that they can't do that. People's already got in trouble for that. But the DOT law is, I can do this because I'm under 10,000 pounds. I'm not loaded. I'm not dispatched. This is my personal vehicle. I want y'all to check your companies. I don't want you to say, well, Mr. Tennessee said I can drive from here to home because I ain't under dispatch and I'm under 10,000 pounds. Now, if you're over, the way that the DOT is, if you're over 10,000 pounds, so if you got a GVR is, if you got a dually or something like that, then you're supposed to log. If you're under 10,000 pounds and you can do it if the company allows you. Don't make that mistake. Don't get on here and blame me if you try it and it don't work. But the company I work for allows it, and it is the DOT regulation that I can do it. 'Cause I've done called, I've done asked them. So I'll go ahead and flip this around and show you the logbook, and then I'm gonna end this video. So the last thing you'll see be on this logbook for this trip. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope y'all got something out of it. I hope that helps with the logbook, and I know there's gonna be some questions in there, and I may do this again if y'all liked it when I done the logbook in here, and maybe I can figure out a way to get it better set up so I know the camera views and stuff like that. It's kind of, it was easier when I done the other one before I had to delete it to do the video, because I had the sandwich maker excuse me, I had the sandwich maker in here, and she could hold the camera and I could actually focus on the logbook on what y'all needed to see. Kind of hard to do it by myself, but I've got some stuff I could probably set up. But if you did like it and you want to see more of them, put it in the comments down below, and y'all be careful, y'all be safe out there. See y'all on the next one. Alrighty, so right now I'm gonna hit the plus. I'm gonna change, and it's already got our location, so I'm gonna tap on the notes. Off. Dadgummit. Let's try this again. Off duty. Up here. Don't forget. Off duty. Hit save. Now I'm off duty, y'all. And I'm gonna go back, put my mileage in. And don't forget, whenever I leave the house, I will log. Whenever it's time to go back to log, I will go back on the next page, or whenever if I stay home for 3 days, I'll go to that page. And now when I leave Fayetteville, Tennessee, I will leave pre-trip Fayetteville, Tennessee to head to Indiana. Y'all be careful, y'all be safe.